All right, guys, thanks for joining us. This is a big group we have tonight. We do have the chat up here to the right, which I can save later. And I just muted everybody. So can you guys hear? Can you guys all hear me? You guys can mark it in the chat, nod up and down. Oh, I see nodding, yay. So this is a big, huge thing. So we should have Poshinators on here. We should have triple P's on here. We should have PNPs on here. We should have Tri-State Poshers. We should have, I don't know if we have any Posh Angels on. We should, I don't know if we have any of the other premiers on, but it should, we have a lot of people on here. So tonight, by the way, let your prospective teams know that I am going to record this. The advantage to using Zoom is not only can you be on screen like some of you lovely ladies are, but people can call in and it automatically saves to my hard drive, so I can completely upload it to YouTube, and it's automatic. So I do like Zoom for that reason, because some people don't like to just call in, some people don't like to be on the computer's precast, and I'm trying out new formats, and I haven't used this in a very long time. So one of the things that, oh look, Jen's iPhone lowered, raised her hand. That's kind of cute. Anyway, one of the things that we're talking about tonight, at least on my team, is we have a whole love theme going on, because you know it is the month of love. And so we've been talking, last week we did Love Your Products. Today we're going to talk about Love Your Numbers. So one of the biggest things is I used to be a high school science teacher, and kids would come up to me and they'd be like, oh, hey, what about this number? And I'm just like, I'm not a science teacher. I'm not a math teacher. I'm a science teacher. I don't do numbers. I never really was fond of math. I can do it. I just don't want to if I have to. But numbers, when it comes to our business, are very, very, very important. For example, today is the 15th of the month, so you can take your numbers at any given time today. I usually do them in the morning and multiply them by 2.5. When you do that, it gives you kind of a prediction. You need to do your team or your company numbers. It can kind of give you a prediction of where your team and or your company, depending on whether you're a premier or lower, as to where you should end up at the end of the month. Now, it's not completely accurate because that number was developed before we had splurges. So usually we shoot much higher than that. It's very, very rare that we go underneath that. So, but that's a good accurate. There's many, many other factors that play into it. This month, you guys have to remember that we are a day short. We don't have 30 days. We have 29 days. Luckily, it's not a leap year, so we don't have 28. Or it is a leap year, so we have 29, so 28. I get confused on that. See, numbers. So you guys need to remember that in your calculations. But usually February is a very, very strong month. Usually March tops it. So I want to talk about how you guys can utilize numbers in your business, because if you've ever been to a day away, or if you haven't, watch when Andrew talks about numbers. It's like his eyes glaze over and he gets this like look of satisfaction on his face, and he's just like, he gets this like little geek moment going on. It's really kind of funny. I absolutely adore him. And you guys, make sure you guys, you guys can hear me. Just my little bar down here. Anyway, so it's one of the things that can happen. Now, the only thing I wish I could do on this computer, but I could do it. I guess I should have printed it out and I could have held it up. Is I track my numbers every single day of the month, and I have a spreadsheet. It's actually on Google Drive. I have it on Google Sheets, and it has every month, and I just copy and paste it over to the very next month. Like I make a clone of it and then go through. And I've done this not even for a year. I started it kind of like in the middle of April of last year. I really, really, really wish I would have done that earlier. But what it does is it allows me to kind of track. I track, as of right now, at this level, I track my team volume. I track each one of my premieres, and then as my future premieres start coming up, I'll start actually running their numbers as well. But usually I do that so I can kind of see where they fall. So I can say, hey, you're higher than last month, or you do that. I also have a graph that goes with it. So like last month when we had the transition kits, it's like this huge steep uprise from the transition kits. Literally, it was huge. So I can see where the bumps come, and I can go back and analyze those days. I have whether we have increased our numbers from last month or decreased. I have a formula in there. I also have a 15% growth rate on each of our teams to see where we'd end up if we did 15% growth rate, because 15% growth rate is a really good number to shoot for your teams. So I have that, and then I have times 200 per person, which is also a nice number to have, and what our hypothetical numbers would look if we were 200 per person and we had that many people. And then underneath I actually put, and I can show this to you guys, I can screenshot it and drop it in everybody's pages and sort of show you what that looks like. And I have I also screen underneath, right, actually what we had as a growth. And these are very, very handy. And since I've been doing it for a while, I can kind of look back. Like this month, I can look back to maybe October and say, hey, are we higher or lower? Okay, November was our highest month. Where are we tracking around that? And I can kind of get some comparison. And that's really helpful to have, especially if you have a team, because I know a lot of people start sweating because if they don't have qualified team members by the middle of the month, they don't have this. But you can go back, you can track anything using numbers. Okay, I had a second qualified by the 15th, and by the end of the month, I had like 6. And you can see where the bulk of your money comes. Like if you look in December, everything was at the front end because December's so front end heavy. Every other month is usually back end heavy. So a lot of people start stressing, and then all of a sudden, boom, it will explode. Like last month was slower than snot at the beginning of the month. Like it was so crazy. Like I thought I was going to like be driven insane. It was so slow. And then boom, it just hit. And it was like those transition kits hit. And it was just like pow, 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 pow. And it ended up being our second highest month, which is insane because it's January. But that just goes to show you January is not really slow. It's all a matter of mind. The other thing you can do is take your numbers, especially if you have a team, and track them from the beginning. I have them tracked from the very first month. And you can actually see for our volume, you can see Premier's role. I have company volume, so it doesn't really matter on that, but you can see it literally from the time I started, which is October 2012, it's an exponential growth graph. And it's a really kind of cool thing because once you start tracking your numbers and start looking and playing with these numbers that you don't have to be afraid of, you can see these trends. And when you see these trends, you can become a lot more confident in your ability to know what you can do for that month based on that same month the year before. You can know what your team is doing. You can know, well, on that month I did this, this, and this. Well, how did I do it that last month? How did I get $1,000 last month? Okay, well, I did A, B, C, and D. Let me go back and look at that month. You can kind of get a better aspect of what's going on. I also track team members, which is very exponential as well. And once again, you can see on mine, you can see it go up. You can see our terminations in January and July. You can see when I've had a Premier roll out because my numbers drop because it's just team numbers. So you can see them roll out. You can see if they've rolled back in because they've fallen from a Premier back to a PP3. You can see all of this on the on that trend. So it's really, really helpful to have. So if you don't have a team, how can this help your business? Well, I suggest you start tracking your PV every day, or your TV. Even if you get one person, track your TV. So do your PV and your TV, because over time, what it looks like today may not look like this same day next year. And you can come back and you can do some comparisons. The other thing is you can sit there and you can break it down per day how you're going to get to a certain ability. So let's say that you're a newbie. Okay, you're brand new. You just started this month. Your first pay raise, your first promotion is to get to pink. Okay, so we have 15, just kidding, we don't have 15 days left. We have 14 days because we have 29 days. So the question is, if you have 0 in and you took $1,000 and you divided it by 14 days, how much is that per day? If you want to do $1,000 a month, take next month, 30 days, divide it by 1,000 divided by 30. How much do you need to do per day? Break these up into bite-sized things. Use these numbers to work to your advantage. So if you need $50 per day, that in 10 days, that would be $500. You could go, okay, I need $50 per day. Let me contact old customers If you're brand new, you can go out and you can make it. Darlene has on the Potioneer page. I know it's on my page. I think it's on my leader page. I think it's on Darlene's leader page too, but it's a Connect 25 page. How many? I know it's on mine. I've dropped it on with the boot camp, but go out and make it a mission to use these numbers. Do 5 people a day. Okay, 5 people a day to sample and follow up with them 2 to 3 days later. Tell them that. Tell them how you sample. And I know Amber's on here because Amber just said, I like this. I like this app. She videotaped me on the sly. She thought she was being funny about me getting somebody's phone number. And it actually wasn't for me. It's for one of my teammates. I got it for her while handing out a sample. So if you make it if you work with intention and you make it your idea to do 5 people a day, contact 3, you should be able to start working on those $50 a day, $10 a day. However much you want to do a month. If you just want to be qualified, that's $200. How much is that per day? How much do you need to sell? And then you could even track that so that the next month you can come back and be like, okay, well, I want to up it and go from $10 per day to $12 per day. So let's do it. And you can track all these things over time. And when you do it for 5, 6, 7 months, you start seeing these trends. And when you see these trends, you can sit there and go, okay, what can I do here? You can even see stuff like weather affecting it. You can see when you really got out of your comfort zone and did more things. So you can go back and repeat that. You can see all sorts of stuff. It's like this statistics. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And, I turned into Andrew a little bit now that I can see this stuff and I can be like, all right, well, and I can tell people, dude, you're panicking over nothing. You'll be fine. You're going to hit your numbers you did this last month too, and you'll be fine. And it gets easier the more people you have on your team too. The greater the numbers, the more odds you have. That's very much a scientific research thing, is that you need more data. So you have all these more data points. And so the more people, the more data. So the more people you contact with samples, the more customers you go, and if just get like a quarter auction or get like a little $20 event. Like, don't go spending a whole bunch of money. Get something cheap, or get something where you're probably not going to sell a lot of cash to carry, or maybe you don't have cash to carry. Do it solely to get phone numbers. Do it solely to get stuff so you can text people, put a hand cream out for a drawing. Put something, if you happen to have any cash to carry, you can't move, put it in a drawing. Put a lip scrub, because those are amazing. And once you get them on lip scrubs, they'll buy a whole bunch of stuff. And put it as a drawing just to get numbers and write off the cost of $20. Keep your taxes and write that off. And then start contacting people. Get these numbers going. These numbers, the more people you contact, the quicker you'll build your business. And if you've been around as long as I have, which is 3 years, go back and do that again. I mean, I need to do that. I've gotten out of the habit of getting this stuff, but I can do it. Ask Amber. Amber saw me. I could go out and tell you guys, I'm going to go get 5 people a day. And then I'll go out and I'll just go wander around Target or the mall or Dollar Tree. I don't really care where I go. I'll drag my 3-year-old and everybody like, look how cute she is. Oh, yeah, she's so cute. She gets into my Posh all the time. And then people will be like, what's Posh? I'm like, oh, well, let me tell you what Posh is. And then I do that. And then I'm like, dude, I'll give you a sample, but can you do me a super huge favor? I just need your opinion on it. Can I text you? Can I email you? I mean, it's huge. And I suppose if you give me your opinion on it, I'll throw you in my monthly drawing, but that'd be great. And then you just talk to them and you build a relationship, and then pretty soon you have a girls' night out of it, or an order, or a one-on-one, or anything. And I know Connie's watching, and Connie's bilingual. If you're bilingual, man, you got it more in your pocket than anybody else. If you can speak Spanish, go out and make it your mission to go somewhere in the Spanish speaking. My Spanish is very, very low. I can go and say sandia, and I got watermelons. I mean, that's probably good. I could be like, donde es el baño? So, I mean, donde es my Posh? So, but I can struggle through it. I mean, I can do sign language. I can do German, ich habe eine Posh. I mean, but if you can do something like that, utilize your skills and get out of your comfort zones and get the numbers. Don't be afraid of them. Don't be afraid to track your numbers every day. Don't be afraid to track your team volume every day. Don't be afraid to go out and make it your mission to give out 5 samples a day. I mean, if you are a homebody like I am now with my 3-year-old, I don't like to go out in the cold, and I refuse. So that's a little bit different. It's cold. It's like freezing rain outside. I don't do that crap. But you can, make it your mission. Go to the park. If you live in a warmer climate, I hate you. But if you live, go to a park and hand out samples to moms there if you're stay at home or you have small children at home, or go to the bank, or make excuses to actually pay bills in person, or and don't ever leave without a number back. If so, you give somebody a sample, the chances of them calling you off of that sample are very slim, and you're leaving money on the table. So you absolutely have to get the number back. It doesn't, and sometimes I don't want to. I just want to bless them that day, but realistically, I'm not going to get a phone call back. I won't. It just won't happen. I have to be the one to call them. But so what I challenge you guys today too, you have 14 days left. I want you to break down what you need per day to get to the goal that you have. If you don't have a goal, shame, shame, shame. You should always set goals for sales goals. How much you're going to get a month. The minimum should be, what is it? Oh, that's right, $200 a month. Okay, because that's a great place to start. And trust me, when I started, I'm like, oh my gosh, $500 a month, that's crazy. And then I did, and then I'm like, $1,000 a month, that's crazy. And then getting a monthly award, that's so out of my range. I can't do that. I can do that. I can totally do that. And once you do it, you can too. So, but start bite-sized things and start tracking these things and look over the trends. Trust me, it's worth it because it's crazy. Because I'd be like, dude, why don't you track your numbers? Look at this. Look what I can show you. But and it's really neat. Ask Darlene to. I know she's coming up later. She has a party tonight, but have her throw on her from when she started all her numbers. They're crazy. Her hubby tracks them for her, but it's very exponential and it's very cool to watch. So I'm going to unmute you because I know we got limited time on Zoom to make sure that I have it. But I'm going to unmute you guys. Or I think you can unmute yourselves. Can you unmute yourselves?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to open it up for questions. I know I talk really fast, and I don't know if this was helpful at all, but I really like to break stuff down. It makes it easier to me if I do it step by step. If I say I need $2,000 this month, that's really overwhelming. Or if I need 3 recruits, okay, well, let's start with 1 recruit. Where can I get that 1 recruit from? So, and then I'll sit there and I'll start doing the numbers. So, what kind of questions do you guys have? So fire at me. It's okay. It doesn't have to be on this topic. I mean, it can be. I mean, it doesn't have to be.
Why am I a dork?
Oh, and well, Amber, that's because you are. Because Amber videotaped me without my permission. That's why.
Oh, say, it worked out for the best, did it not? Because people keep asking about it.
Yeah. Oh, and your name should be on everything you hand out. So if your name is not on those samples, you do not have a portal sticker, a Rotex sticker, a Avery sticker, or some sort of sticker with your name on it, and you need to give it with their business card. And if they lose the business card and they have your samples, how are they going to contact you?
Does taping your business card to the sample count?
No, because what if they take this business card off? your number,
I know. I have to get stickers.
Your number has to be on it. Look, are you sporting the Cackle Spackle?
I am. This is the first time I'm using it, too.
Look at this.
I love it.
Oh, I can share screen. Oh, my gosh. Look, I can totally. It says select a window or application that you want to share. Oh, holy snap. Hold on. Let me pull my numbers. I can show you guys this. Look, hold on. I didn't know I could do that. Hold that thought. Don't go anywhere. Hold. Let me pull up the right window. Hold on. That's cool. Let me see if I can do this. You guys are my guinea pigs now, just so you know. Hold on. I'm going to pull up what I was talking about as soon as my Google Drive works. What is a reasonable goal to set this month if I just started? I have not received my kit yet. I think, Jordan, the good thing is to go ahead and set your launch party and see how much you can sell before you get your kit, because it's reasonable. I had somebody sell like 500 before it even came in. See, set that to make it like a little challenge to yourself, like a little game, like how much can I do before I do this? All right, let me see here. I'm going to pop back to the Zoom thing. Tell me if you guys can see this. Hold on. Share screen. Desktop 1.
Well,
okay. Can you guys
working.
see this?
Wow, that's crazy.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, cool. I'm so excited by this. See? It's the little things in life that make me excited.
It's a little bit blurry though, like the words.
Well, the words don't matter because I'm about ready to go over to graph mode.
It looks clear
Oh,
on
maybe
my
it's
end.
just me then.
Well, that's because you're just crazy, but we'll leave it that.
Maybe that cackle is in your eye.
Yeah, that's
It's definitely not in my eye.
all right. So,
Oh, there we go. There we go. That's good.
you see this? So look, it's a little bit, and you can see this is my company size. Here's where I started October. Nobody. Oh, look, I got one person, 2 people, and it kind of goes up. And I want to figure out how to get it to do every month, but I'm not the thing. And then June, and then you have we had little. Let's see, this is February, June. Terminations, that's July. So we had terminations, August, October. Look, we had a huge intake here, and that's November. I think I promoted out. No, I didn't promote out. Jen promoted out. We had something to promote out. But anyway, you can see this. I need like numbers down here that tell me like what year it is. And then you can see that's company size. So you can see drops. You can see this doesn't change, but you can see how it's very exponential. And this was January. I don't think I finished putting in January's numbers. That's why it's low. Oh no, that's right. We had terminations, so you can see that. So you can see it terms, terms. So you can see all that. Team size is a little bit different. So you can see here team size. April, May. Right here you see that drop. I had a Premier promote out. She rolled back in. She rolled back out. We keep going. We had terms again. And then we had right here this big drop. We had another, we had Stephanie promote out, so you can see that. So my team size drop. And then company volume, look at this. This is really cool. Look at that. Do you see how that goes? And it kind of like moves that way. So it's getting bigger and bigger as we go along. Once again, January, I didn't finish putting in the numbers because I just kind of forgot. See?
So November looks like it's a great month.
November is a great month. You can see, and see, that's where you can see the trends. You can look at it. And like if I were to go back in and put January, let me update January's. January's I put them in like before we were done with the month. Let me go back and look at that.
While you're doing that, can I ask, do you have a tracking sheet that you developed or use for your tax purpose to keep track of everything you donate and stuff?
My husband's in charge of that.
Oh, well, can he send it to us?
No, he does it on a spreadsheet. If you go and if you Google things for taxes, what the tax guy that said, oh, I need to call him this week. Thanks for bringing up that. Oh, dang it. You know what? Log me in. The tax guy said that, Bradshaw, while we're there, that we really, if you're serious about this, what you really need to get is Quicken Books. And you need to not go, stop that, my business, online. You need to not go through, you need to pay someone to do your taxes, especially at the level I'm at. And one of the reasons for that is I did have somebody screw up my taxes one year, about 5 years ago. They said I didn't owe any Maryland state taxes. That is completely wrong, and now we owe the state of Maryland because they screwed it up. So let me put this in. So this was actually 83,134.
Well, I do so much. I've had a tax person for a few years, so we're good.
Yeah, as long as you have somebody to do it. But yeah, Quicken Books is what he recommended.
Okay.
And oh, those are right. The volume. Here we go. See, this just wasn't right. You can see, look what, there's January right there. It's actually stronger than December. But yeah, you can see your strong months. See, March, January, February, March. I really wish this was March, April, March. Look how strong March was. So you can start seeing trends on when your low months are and when your high months are. And it really depends on how many people you have on too. But yeah, taxes, yeah, I need to call my guy. This is the last year. I have to become a corporation. I have to become a corporation. It's going to take too much. I'm going to be making too much money. This year also was more than I thought it was going to be. Yay for taxes.
Oh, such a horrible life you have.
I know. Yay. Yay for taxes. I love taxes, said no one ever. Let me see. How do I get this back up here? New share. I don't want to share. How do I finish sharing? How do I go back to share? How do I get me back on here? Oh, maybe if I go, click on that. Click on that. Wait, no, get me off of here. Stop share. Oh, there we go. Look at that. You guys see me again?
We were seeing you in the corner already.
Oh, I get so confused. All right. So, anyway, that's what I was talking about. So you can track all that stuff. And I track everything. And I do actually, let me show you. I'll just show you mine. Let me pop back on here. I actually track. Let me show you this sheet too. Monthly numbers. And you can see all my numbers. This is actually not this month. This is probably December because I have that in. You can see I have them all tracked, all my premieres. And then I also track the morning of the 1st because that's my final numbers. That's how much we lost on that particular month. There's my graph. Oh, you want to see January's graph? That's crazy. Here's January's graph. Look, you can see those transition kits hit. Look at that. You can see the splurge too. The splurge was before then. The splurge is around here. You can usually see the splurge. There's my estimated numbers. That's what we actually did. We grew by 7% or 10%. You should see the splurge on this one too. There's the bump for the splurge right there. So you can see all those different things. And I like to track that. And then I have another one to calculate out my paycheck too. So I know what my paycheck is. Because, you know, that's kind of nice when I have to pay bills. So, any other questions? I saw a couple months ago that girl went to Premiere just using her kit. Oh, yeah. You don't have to actually have everything. Use what's in your group. So many people get so upset because they're like, oh, my gosh, I don't have money to get anything. How am I ever going to make any sales with my kit? Well, that's where we all started. We started with just what's in our kit. I don't have all the new transition stuff, and I didn't even buy some of the stuff. Like, I didn't buy the new Impish Eyes because I'll just tell them it comes in a rollerball now. It has more cucumber extract. I will go through and I will do stuff like that. I will just sell it based on the fact that I think it's amazing because I tried it once. So that's what I'm going to do. Let me see. You know, a lot of, oh, Maria to Jordan. Yep. But that's easy to do. Just, but set goals first. Goals. Any other questions? Candy's on. Candy, are you tracking your numbers now that you have your silver? I'm calling Candy out. I see you, Candy. I see you on my list of being on this call. All right. Well, go track your numbers. It's really helpful. Candy. I'm not really that organized either. It just, I like to see the trends. All right. We got 10 minutes left before my free time runs out. Any last minute questions? All right, no questions. I want to, about Day Away. Yeah, Connie?
It's my first time on the Day Away, so please tell me, what do I need to bring with me?
Bring your gorgeous self and your lovely accent, and be prepared to have fun, and bring money for the portal store if you need it. Just be prepared to learn lots of stuff and have fun and meet lots of other people, make friends. That's it.
Do you think I'm going to be able to record and then upload it?
Oh, yeah. Didn't you see me streaming all my crap live from PremiereCon? Record away. They'll tell you if you can't record it. Like, we had to shut off because they were telling us about Ipsies. What is Day Away? Oh, Jordan, Day Away is, you'll have to hit it up in the fall. This one's up in Chicago. They've had it up in Minneapolis, so that's the next closest one. But they do it in correspondence to the launch, where you have it twice a year, and it's literally a day away. Go with your friends, have some good times, learn about the products, go to the portal store, meet Ann and Andrew, and just hang out. And by the way, one of my biggest gripes about Day Away is when people don't stay for Ann and Andrew, because that's really the end. I had people literally come for like 30 minutes. They came to get their transition kits and they left. One of the events I went last time, and that just bothers me on a personal level, just because I'm very big into education, and to me, Day Away is education. So I go and I spend my time there, especially since us premieres are going to have more, apparently, stuff we have to do. Apparently, I'm being told. I'm not really sure. So I'll do what they tell me to do. Yay, me! So, but yeah, Day-Away is a lot of fun. So make sure you guys, if you're new and you didn't get a chance to go, what I would do is if, like, Jordan, you're up in the Quad Cities, I would go to the Chicago Day-Away page and see if anybody's selling tickets. I know for Baltimore, that's going to be limited because there's, like, people that just didn't listen to me when I told them to get their tickets. Right?
Yeah, I'm glad I got mine while I did.
See, now people will listen when I say buy your tickets. Right, Jamie? Jamie better be going to the Boston one, too. Jamie, are you? I see you. I see you, Jamie. You going to Boston, Jamie? I can't hear you, Jamie. Your speaker's not on. Hey, by the way, Platinum Regional Meetings, make sure you're going to that. If you're in the Quad Cities, look for Darlene and Shalene. I know, Jamie, I think we're doing one up in Albany, which I think is close to you, right, Jamie? Say yes. Say yes. It's close to you. So you're going to go in April. I'm looking at doing one somewhere up here. I think we're going to do it in Newark and not Dover because we'll pull in Philly and Baltimore and a whole bunch of people if we do it up here. But we'll do that like in May because I'm too lazy to actually do that now. So any other questions, ladies, gentlemen, everybody? You got an assignment in Chicago. Ha! There you go, Candy. Get your groove on. All right. Any other questions? Did this help? Was this helpful? Why do I see Amber's cackle spackle face on my picture?
I don't know.
Wendy, yeah, there's one in Seattle. I wish I was going to Seattle. I feel so sad. Carla, why is your hand raised?
Oh, that was earlier. I was trying to be polite.
Oh, I don't get why the hands are raised, though.
Because it was so I could ask a question to let you know I was there.
Oh, is that why the hands are raised? I just kept raising them down. I'm like, put your hands down. I don't know what that's for. I know that now. Do you guys like this format? Those of you that are on, what do you think?
It's cool.
Yeah, I love it.
Is it better? Is it better for? Is it better than Spreecast?
Yeah, because I think you only had a couple times where you paused. Where when I was on that other one, it paused a lot more.
Okay.
But then it was fun too. It was the bingo, so I don't know what was that about.
Well, you know, we're gonna work on that bingo thing. We'll probably do bingo this way. I don't know when I'm gonna do it again, but I might do it again sometime.
But if you have a time limit on this one, would the bingo work?
No, I might have to do. Maybe we'll do that one thing I said we'd do. You know, that one social media one that I have on my phone. What? Periscope. All right. What about those of you? Anybody else? All right. I think I'm going to end this, and then I should be able to upload it to my YouTube, and then I can drop it on everybody's pages. Is there anybody's page, Candy? I'll put it on the Pashinated Leader page, so you can drop it on your page. Any other of the other leaders that are on that are Pashinator leaders? Any last minute questions? Speak now or hold your peace. Thank you guys so much for coming. I really appreciate it. You guys are amazing, and I hope that this helped you. I don't know if it did or not. I just ramble a lot. That's why they really don't put me in charge of that many trainings, because I just ramble. But I hope it helped you, and I hope you guys go from today, set a goal for the remainder of your month. And thanks, Karen. And I think that you can do anything you put your mind to. Remember, we have a month and a half left of the incentive. So earn some goodies with the incentive and build your business. And in a year, I expect all of you guys to be Premier. So everybody's going to Mardi Gras next year, right? Say yes. Say yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mardi Gras.
Yes.
What's going? Amber, I don't want to hear about it. You and I are going to talk later. And
Okay.
yeah, see, I know her. Don't let her say anything. I will see you guys later, and I hope that some of you guys are Premier by Chicago, so I can meet you if you're way far away somewhere else.
Wait, when is Chicago?
Chicago is the end of July. It's Premier Con at the end of July. So
Okay.
I get to
Do
see
they have one out here on the West Coast?
Not at the moment yet. Premier Con, we only know a year in advance. So Chicago is in July, and then Mardi Gras, New Orleans, which I've never been to, is in February next year. But they will have day-aways in between. So I'm super excited to I would love to hit another day away. I went out to the San Francisco one, so if there's a San Francisco one in the fall, I will totally be there again. Totally.
Well, we're down south near San Diego, so you have to come to that one.
Yeah, they need to have one in California. They really do.
There's LA. I'm not a big fan of LA. If there's one in San Diego, I'll go. Danielle?
Technically, it's in Anaheim. It's not really LA if you listen to them.
I know.
When's the date for Chicago?
The Chicago Premier Con is the 28th through the 30th. So
we can all go. We don't have to be
You have to be a premier for that one. So you're under Danielle. Danielle. Premier. Anyway, there's some other.
Danielle and I will be there.
Yeah, there we go. All right, ladies. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. And by the way, Jamie, Chicago Premier Con.
I'm trying, Sarah.
Yeah. I see you, Jamie.
I'm trying not to let you see me.
I can see.
I forgot to come on earlier.
Yeah, jerk.
All we can see is your curly hair.
Well, and this is kind of nice too because it's Poshnair, so it's not just my team. So Jamie that just popped on, by the way, is under Darlene directly. So super excited.
Hi, everyone.
So I'll talk to you guys later. You guys can always message me and ask me questions, and of course, my team, you know where to find me.
Hurry up and get this on YouTube so I can watch it.
Oh, shut your face. Bye, ladies.
Bye.
Bye.